It was the first couple of days into my vacation, and honestly, I was ready to get this over with. I was referred to a woman named Miss Puffin, who was considered a specialist. At what? I had no idea, but her method was different. I needed something different. In my mind, I tried it all: therapy, mushroom retreats, a Reiki healer. My walls were completely down, and my mind was open, and yet nothing seemed to be working for me. No matter what, I was determined. Mrs. Puffin and I met out in the Rocky Mountains. We met up in Emporia, Virginia. From there, we met and chatted for a bit over coffee before heading out. I followed her out to Woodall Mountains. I should have taken her up on her offer to fly, but I had the time and patience. I look forward to viewing the new scenery. I found the change in each area's landscape to be quite distracting. It interchanged and transitioned beautifully as I passed through. Every so often, Mrs. Puffin and I would communicate along the way, being mindful of each other's needs. It was late and dark when we finally pulled into our destination. I unloaded and assisted her with her things as well. She seemed to be a very simple woman. One medium-sized suitcase was all she had. Walking towards the house, I noticed a tall bush-like wall that surrounded the place. I wasn't anticipating we'd be staying in such a small place, yet it had a coziness to it. "Okay, Mr. Bly, would you like the room or the couch?" "Well, I think because I'm a man, I should take the couch, but I want the bedroom," I told her. But she was already unpacking on the couch, as if she had already made up her mind. Did she know I wanted the room? I questioned myself. "Please, by all means, enjoy the room." She smiles at me. I just felt really weird, like I wasn't being a man. And she was just dismissing me like a child or something. "No, you take the room," I said firmly, as if to make myself clear. "Well, what's going on with you? It's just a room. You may want your privacy." "I don't," she replied most politely. "Oh, well, okay. Thank you." "You are very welcome. Thanks for taking the time out to be understanding." Man, this lady takes my breath away a little bit. I thought I had to care about what she thought of me. Yet, she wasn't even thinking about me. She was focused on accommodating herself. What a relief, I thought to myself. I took my time unpacking and not long after decided to take a shower. Exiting my room, Mrs. Puffin lay peacefully on the couch. "Would you like some tea?" she asked me. "Sure, why not? What kind of tea is it?" "A simple green tea." "So what did Miss Smith tell you about me?" I asked her. "She pretty much gave me the rundown on your story. I know you left out some details. Why?" "I don't think she can help me," I told her. "Why is that?" "She's too reserved, as if she's too involved, if that makes sense. You assume her to be going through something herself, even though she's trying to be there for you. You notice something slightly distracted about her." "Yes, well said. You would be correct." "Yes, thank you," I shouted. She walked away as if I did something to her. She lacked professionalism. "She's got a lot in common with your situation, Mr. Bly." I looked at her stunned. That would explain a lot. I hinted that Miss Smith was the target if we were going to make comparisons. "Well, why didn't she try? Maybe I could help her as she helps me." "Sounds good, Mr. Bly, but that's not the reality of things." "No, it's not," I responded. Can I tell you a secret? Sure. I've been through the same thing. Really? I asked, surprised. Yes, years ago. So what was the outcome? I asked anxiously. I married him. I've been close to marriage before, but after that, it had no longer became a desire of mine. Meeting Leslie changed all of that, and yes, she was definitely someone I could see myself spending the rest of my days with. There was hope for me in this situation, I thought to myself. It was clear to me that if I wanted a favorable outcome, then it would be in my best interest to lower my guards completely. I had faith Mrs. Puffin could guide me to my star. Have a seat, dear. Would you like to open up tonight, or would you rather sleep on it and wait for our long walk into the market tomorrow? Mrs. Puffin, call me Aaron. I would appreciate opening up from where you and Miss Smith left off. I've given all of my therapists the same rundown. That's not a very open summary, Aaron. How can anyone help you if you don't open up? She asked me. Well, they're therapists. Don't they get paid to pick my brain? She laughed, and moments later, so did I. She was very down to earth despite my dry, witty humor. You just need help relaxing and getting in touch. Obviously, this situation goes deeper than what you are willing to volunteer. I know you are in love with that woman, chasing down the answers to make it right. Yes, Mrs. Puffin. Yes, you see. I do, dear, she replied gently.